I see Giannis being able to carry this team into the playoffs, but not further than that. Number 7, the Indiana Pacers. Last time we saw Tyrese Halliburton, he was in the NBA Finals. I think he has the ability to get them back there again in the next few years, but it might take him some time after a full year off to shake off the rust, and that could be the difference between a top 6 seed and falling into 7th. Number 6, the Toronto Raptors. This team was pretty feisty last year without Kawhi Leonard. If they do get this trade finally done, I think he's the perfect fit to go along with their young players like Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett. He's going to be a really great offensive player. If he's anywhere close to what he was last season, I think Toronto's going to be a really tough team to play in the first round of the playoffs. They're my number 6 team in the East. Number 5, the Boston Celtics. I think they're going to take a big step back this season after trading Jaylen Brown for Paul George and a couple of picks. They're obviously expecting Jason Tatum to carry them next season. I think that's asking a lot with him coming off an Achilles. Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, they're nice players. I don't know if they're going to be able to get a big step up out of them. They're my number 5 team. They're a middle-of-the-pack team in the East. Number 4, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think continuity is going to play a big role here. So many teams have made big changes. I think they're going to take a lot of time to gel. This team is exactly what they've been the last couple years. I expect James Harden to return on a 2 or 3 year deal at 30 to 35 million a year. We'll see how that plays out, obviously, but they still have a great player in Donovan Mitchell, 2 great bigs. I think this is a very steady playoff team that is probably going to go as far as they did last year, second round, maybe the Eastern Conference Finals if things break right. Number 3, the Detroit Pistons. They were the number 1 seed last year. They did very, very little in the offseason this year. They lost Tobias Harris, who was their second leading scorer. They brought in John Collins, who has had his moments. He's been an up and down player. They really just needed a second scorer. They didn't find that in free agency. I'm not sure how hard they really tried for a Jaylen Brown type who would have been the perfect fit. They're still a very good team. They have a great defensive identity, but to me, they're far back behind the 1 and 2 teams on my list. Number 2, Philly. They've absolutely locked and loaded this offseason. They brought in LeBron James. They brought in Jaylen Brown. I'm not too sure how many guys on this team are going to play enough defense, though. That's why they're 2 and not 1 on my list. And number 1, no surprise here, it's the New York Knicks. Look, they're the defending champs for a reason, and they're bringing everybody back other than Mitchell Robinson and Ariel Hukporti. This team is locked and loaded to go on another title run. I really believe that Jalen Brunson is going to lead this team back to the NBA Finals. They're my number 1 team. All right, but now I want to hear from you. Who's going to be the top 8 in a crazy competitive Eastern Conference this season?